Hi guys, I wanted to tell you about my waterproof drugstore mascara collection. I've got quite a few and I'll go through them each one by one, tell you what I think about them. Um, but first let me tell you about my lashes. They're pretty much average in length um, and thickness, and they are kind of hard to hold a curl. They want to always point downward, so that's something really important to me, that a mascara holds a curl. I always look for length and volume, but I also want it to be waterproof. That's something specifically that I need. My eyes are sensitive, so I need the waterproof version. Um, so if my eyes water or something like that, then I'm covered. Um, so let me start with the ones that I've got. The first one I have is the Covergirl Super Sizer. Again, this is all going to be waterproof. Um, and the wand kind of flares out at the bottom. And I don't know if you can tell, but there's flat parts and then parts where the bristles are. So I kind of don't love that about this one. You kind of have to figure out how to work the brush. I wasn't totally impressed. It gave me like this spiky sort of appearance, which was very strange to me. Um, so, I mean, it was like average length and volume, and it's a dry type of formula. So this was not my favorite. Um, it was waterproof, but it did have some flaking. So I would not repurchase this one. And then I've got the Covergirl Super Thick in the Professional. It's a super thick lash, and in the pink tube. These are, part of the old school line that have been around forever. And it's got, that regular bristle brush. I have to say, wasn't impressed with this one. I thought it was going to be really, super thick. I thought there would be volume. I thought it was pretty okay on the length and the volume, but it was not waterproof. So this one did hold a curl, but I did have some smudging on it. And I don't know why. I felt like this one, I had a hard time with the brush, and you'd think like it's an old school brush. What's the problem here? But I don't know why. It just was a smudgy mess for me. So I would not repurchase this one. Um, and then I've got I think this one is just called the Professional, also from Covergirl. And it's got the same bristle brush. Um, this one had pretty much the same results as the pink tube. Um, it held a curl. It wasn't waterproof. It gave you pretty good volume and length. So, depending on what you need in a mascara, um, you know, these may or may not work for you specifically. So I would not repurchase this one either. And then I've got the Covergirl Lashblast Volume. So that's the original Lash Blast from Covergirl. And it's got, the rubber wand with the really short bristles. And this is very similar actually to the Maybelline The Rocket. And I just bought this one because the bristles on the Maybelline one actually hurt my eyelids. So these are very comfortable actually. This brush is really comfortable. I found it gave decent length and volume. It did hold a curl. And this is a wet formula though, so it may take a little time until you actually get the results you want. And I found that the different tubes, I've had like 2 or 3 of these over, a period of time, and they were never consistent. Some of them were good, some of them were, took a while. Some of them were immediately good. Some of them, it could take even a month or so. So, it's strange. I think I would repurchase this just because I like the result. It was waterproof. It held a curl. So, pretty good mascara overall. And then I moved down to Maybelline here. The Full and Soft. And this has a pretty big brush. Also a bristle brush. I really like this one actually for a good everyday mascara. This will give you a lot of length. And it leaves your lashes soft, so that's kind of nice that you don't get that crunchy feel. And it does really it holds a curl. And as far as the volume, I would say it's about average. It's a nice natural look for when you don't want to be over the top drama. So it's nice. I really like this one. And it's a good dependable mascara. I would definitely repurchase this one. And then I've got Maybelline the Falsies. This is the original Falsies. If I can get it open. And this has got a bristle brush. It's kind of flat. And then it curves at the bottom. But it's got a flat side too, if you can see that. This one gives you the dramatic look. I mean, it is the Falsies for a reason. You get the length and the volume. It holds a curl, but I found that this one did smudge a little bit. So, I mean, that's kind of the downside. It depends why you're looking for a waterproof mascara. If you need it just to hold a curl, this would do it for you, and it gives you the length and the volume. So I'm not sure if I would repurchase this just because I need the waterproof, and this did smudge a little bit. And then I've got the Falsies Flared. And this has the fatter bristle brush. Now, this one, I like this one. It gives you the length and the volume. It is waterproof. However, it does not hold a curl. So, each one of these has their little thing. But I would just curl my lashes a little longer with the lash curler, and then it should be good to go. So I kind of like this one. I think I would repurchase this. I did notice a little bit of the flared edge to my lashes. So, I mean, I guess there's something to that they call it the Falsies Flared. And then I go to L'Oreal. So I've got 2 left. All right, so this is the Miss Manga. And it's got the narrow brush that kind of tapers at the end. And it's one of those flexible brushes. So not everybody liked that. I happen to not mind it. It's just kind of ironic given the fact that I had a problem with the old school type brush, and this is like not a problem for me. This was totally fine. This one, it gives you length and volume. I love how pigmented this color is. It really is a Lush type of look. And this is a more dry formula though. So you may have to replace this, sooner than, the other formulas. But it did not hold a curl. So, as I said with another one, I would probably just, curl my lashes a little longer, and then that would kind of, get the job done. I think I would repurchase this just because it's so pretty on. And And then the last one I've got is the Miss Manga. This is also from L'Oreal. The Miss Manga Rock and this fluorescent yellow cap. I have to say, I'm not a fan of this one. So they totally changed the wand on this one. This is a rubber brush. And it's got like, I don't know if you can kind of see, there's some flat sides and some tiny little bristles. So it's strange because the product gets lodged like in between the flat sides, and I just found this super clumpy, and it definitely gives you length and volume. And this did hold a curl, but I found that there was flaking, and it was one of those formulas where it was also dry. And I don't know if I mentioned, but the wand on this one is not flexible. So I guess they changed that because people probably didn't like the original Miss Manga. But I'm not a fan. It was clumpy, and since it was drier, it, like once you put it on, it kind of like dried in that clumpiness, and it was one that you felt on your lashes, like it was hard to get off. So I hope that this review was helpful to you, and let me know what's your favorite waterproof mascara and which ones should I try next. You can put that in the comments below, and thank you for watching. Hope to see you in the next video. Bye.